because my eyes are bloodshot and I have a dirty old t-shirt on, and I don't think I look particularly photogenic right now, and I don't want you to be put off the video right away, so I thought I would start it this way and see how I can go with some of my favourite triggers. And one of my favourite triggers is blowing. So I thought about doing a whole bunch of different ones, but I think I'll just stick with blowing for now. Now, when I do blowing, or when I hear other ASMR artists blowing, I really like it when they blow quite loud. Some people hate it when it kind of gets really loud and distorts, but I think it's awesome. So, hopefully you think it's awesome too, because that's exactly what I'm going to do. So, here we go. ASMR Muzz, and welcome to my first video. I apologize in advance for any background noise. I'm still setting up everything here, and my computer is, I think, really quiet, but I can hear it humming through the mic, so I'm going to work on that. Anyway, one of the things that I love about ASMR, one of the best triggers that I love, is blowing. And I don't mind when it gets really loud and it starts to kind of go crazy in your ear, so I hope you like that too. I've been watching ASMR videos for years, and now I want to make my own, because I think I know what I like, and hopefully you'll like it too. So, here goes. if that's any good. I think that's the type of thing I normally like, but because I'm doing it, I don't know if it sounds as good as I hope it does. Another one I really like is another trigger that I really like is the old favourite, crinkling plastic. So I have a wee bit of plastic here, and I thought I'd give it a try with the stereo left and right, and see if you guys like that too. Other sound you're hearing is my heating coming on. We have hot water pipes in radiators, which are very common in North America, especially in Canada. I like them because these hot water pipes go through the entire house, and they don't only heat the rooms, they heat the walls and the floors, and I like to think of them as veins that pump warm water throughout your home. The downside is when you come on, they start ticking as the cold heater starts to become warm, so that's something I'll have to look into the next time I do a video, so I can time it so they're off or they're on, but not in between. Hey everybody, and welcome to my third video, where I'm feeling confident enough to keep the camera on me without any crazy filters or stuff like that. And I thought I would do a couple of two things. One was tapping, which is nothing new, but I know that a lot of people still like tapping, and I do too, so I thought I would, yeah, this is my radio scanner, which I've had for like 10 years, and it's cool because you can listen to, well, I can't really listen to it here, but you could listen to the police and the fire brigade and all sorts of crazy cool stuff. Around the place. And yeah, they're pretty cool. It's a good thing to have in the event of an emergency too, because it picks up radio frequencies all over the place, so it's pretty cool. And I also have a couple of, well, I have a box. It's nothing exciting, but it is, I think it sounds pretty cool. The box for a camera I have in our garage that I use to keep an eye on car, and it's wide angle, so it's pretty cool. I'm a bit of a techie geek, so I own a lot of stuff like this, as you can probably tell. And I haven't tried this yet, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be good. And it's just a remote control for an old VHS player. I don't have my headphones in, so I don't know how exactly this is going to sound, but I'm confident after my first two videos that I've got this set up right and it's going to sound pretty good. So hopefully you'll agree. All the rubber buttons. And then what I thought I would do is do numbers, read out numbers, which I first saw on ASMR Orette's video a few years ago now, and it triggered me like crazy. I thought it was so awesome. I don't know why. And I remember in my old job, if I ever got stressed, I would put that video on and I would write down those numbers, and it always relaxed me. So I don't know if that's your thing, but if it is, then I thought I'd give it a go. So I have a bunch of numbers here which I thought I would read out to you, and you can write them down or use your finger to draw them in the air if you want to, or you could just listen and see what happens. So I'm going to read out these numbers and see if you can follow along. Okay, here comes the first one. 138 216 411 186 219 420 914 673 111 146 538 8818 732 112 322 639 919 1132 561 169 8761. I've got a few more. 311 711 6544 417 638 7258 396 632 5612. And that's the last one. So yeah, hopefully some of those help chill you out a wee bit. I hope so. And if you like this video, as always, please subscribe and like. And I will be back soon. Thanks. Hi, how's it going? You alright? Just give me a wee second, alright? There's trucks going past here all the time. It's an industrial place, right? So, do you have a booking with us? You got a reservation? No? Don't worry about it. Hardly anybody makes reservations here anyway. Just kind of drive up and you're knackered and you just need a place to sleep. That's what we're here for. So, okay, new booking. I mean, I can't really be bought. I may as well do it. Management's saying you got to type it all in. I'll just type it in. Normally I don't bother, I just send you on your way, but I'll have your last name. Oh, that's good. Good Scottish name. Love it. And what's your first name? Can you spell that for me? Okay, that's an unusual name. I like it though. So yeah, welcome to the Motel Toddybar. Yeah, we're pretty basic, but I'm sure you'll enjoy your stay here with us. All of our units are the same. They are pretty much all available. A couple are being cleaned or getting maintenance done, but they're all pretty much available. They're all the same price, so it's up to you. If you got any? No, we don't have any air conditioning, unfortunately. Although Unit 7 actually has some holes on the door, which we've put some tape on it for now. But if you like, we could. I'm sorry about the noise. We could take the tape off, and that would get the air flowing. If you want, it's just a bit cooler than some of the other units. If you want. No, all right, that's fine. Oh, this is a perfectly safe part of the city. Yeah. No, this is perfectly safe here. I mean, it's like a city. Any city, there's always potential, for trouble. But no, we rarely see any issues here at all. I've been here a year. I've only called the police, I don't know, a couple of times. So yeah, it's fine. You should be fine. Yeah. Any other questions? Breakfast? No, we don't actually serve breakfast here at all. We do have a kitchen, but it's down right now. It got shut down. It's the chef left, so we're not using it. I don't know how to cook. So we're not. It's not something that we. But our rates reflect that. They're very reasonable, very low price. So, although I will say, now you might not like this, but I think it's great. From time to time, previous guests come, they stay, and they actually leave. They can often leave quite a lot of food in the unit, so if you're lucky, you might find like a sandwich or something that somebody's, okay. I'm just saying, like last week I think it was, I found a half-eaten kebab in Unit 8, and I was about to throw it out, and I thought, you know what I mean, it's a kebab. I should probably at least chuck it in the microwave and give it a go. And I'm telling you, it was really good. It was really, really good. So, no, it's up to you. I'm kind of a glass half full kind of guy. Some people might find it disgusting, but I like to try and see the positive side. Okay, let's move on. We've got a vending machine. We've got a vending machine on the second level. So, if you want, I could put you in one of those units quite close to the vending machine, and then, maybe you can get yourself a wee snack or something. If you want, do that. It's also Unit 11. So Unit 11 or 12. Yeah, I just washed the windows in Unit 11 last week because somebody in there sprayed some. It was a bit dirty, and so the view from Unit 11 is, like when you actually clean those windows properly. It's been a while since they got cleaned, right? And you're like, wow, the view here is amazing, So your view from Unit 11 over the car park, brilliant. You'll be able to keep an eye on your car, like all through the night, Oh, no, your car will be fine. I'm just saying, if you're like me, I'm a bit more kind of security conscious, and I want to keep a wee eye on it. So that's up to you. I'll put you in there if you want. Unit 11. Oh, you getting your phone? What are you? You're gonna Google us, are you? Looking up reviews. I wouldn't trust everything that I see on the internet, read on the internet, to be honest. No, it's, you know, 1 star. It's not bad. It's better than no stars. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not going to pretend that we're the Hilton, you know, but our rooms are reasonable, reasonable price. They're mostly clean. We have actually have, for the 3rd year running, one of the lowest infestations of rat and mice in the whole city. Yeah, very few complaints. Very few complaints about that. Yeah, so, you know, that's a positive. You know, you might, if you're here one night, you probably won't see any. You might see a couple, but, you know, you probably won't see any. Maybe 1 or 2 in the middle of the night. But, you know, the rats, I find, they generally, they don't really bother you. Like, you can hear them, but they don't jump on your bed or anything like that when you're trying to sleep. Do you know what I mean? They just sort of run around the room. Sometimes they have a wee fight, you know, they do a play fight with each other, and that's actually kind of cute. So, you know, I wouldn't worry too much about that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say really. It's relatively straightforward. You know, book you in. You know, we'll take a deposit from your card, and you don't have to worry about running up movie bills or mini bars or anything like that, because we don't have anything like that. Do you know what I mean? So very straightforward. You know, charge you. I mean, given the state of some of the rooms, you know, we'll knock 20% off. Maybe we'll call it. Let's see what we can do. $83 plus tax. It's not bad. $83 for this city. That's a steal. Yeah, I don't think you'll find anything better than that. Not around here. So it's up to you if you have a wee think about it. You know, jump in your car and go check out some of the other places, but they'll all be more expensive than that. You know, and that way if you hang out here with, you know, could always, I don't know, I could run out and get you a coffee or something, go get a Mars bar or something, you know, if you want. It's up to you. But yeah, it is what it is. I hate that saying, but it's true. This is us. So what do you reckon? Gonna go for it? Well, look, I'm not gonna pressure you in anything. If you don't want to stay here, don't worry about it. It's fine. I'll just hang out. You know, play on my phone. And just wait until somebody else shows up. You know? Look, I mean, it's up to you if you want to. Do you want to stay the night, get a wee go, you know, get yourself some rest before you hit the road tomorrow. You know, it's up to you. That's fine. Look, I'm not going to get offended. Look, how about you go check out the unit, okay? I'll give you the code to get in the door. That's one thing we do have, is fancy button code things on the door, and they all do work, strangely enough. Let's see. 5426. okay, go let yourself in, see what you think. And if after 5 minutes or an hour or even a couple of hours you think, you know what, I don't want to stay here, then no problem at all, just come back and see me. And you know, no harm, no foul, none, no problem. We'll just call it quits. So yeah, easy, yeah, no problem. So I'll let you go do that. Unit 11, that's the one with the nice clean windows. That's the one with the great view of the car park. And what did I say? 5426? 5426, yeah. Let yourself in. Have a wee look in the fridge, see if there's any leftover food. And if you don't want that food, maybe pick up the phone and dial 0. That will come through to me. And let me know what's there. I might go grab it myself. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, go check it out and come back and let me know. Alright? Deal. Brilliant. That's brilliant. Okay. Okay. Just go down and turn right upstairs and the number's on the door. Alright. Let me know how you get on. Cheers. Hi everybody, and welcome back again. Hopefully you've had a good day, or you're about to. I wasn't going to make a video tonight, but I thought, may as well. Before I go and crash out for the night, I thought I would do a video. Partly because I picked up this little bottle of Echinacea, and I was just playing with it, and it made the most awesome sound, I thought, when you turn it around. And I thought, I have to record this right now and see if it sounds as good as I think it does. So maybe you guys can let me know in the comments if it sounds good or not. Deliberately to keep the label away from the camera, because I don't know if that type of thing will get me in trouble or not. Like copyright or something. Yeah, I think that sounds pretty cool. It sounds cool in my earphones anyway. Although it's really difficult to know, because I'm making this video, if it's the type of thing that would trigger me if someone thought it was good, let me know. If you thought, nah, it's not very good, then let me know too, okay? I'm gonna finish up with this. These are color charts, which we were using to figure out which color we were going to paint the bathroom, right? So we don't need them anymore. So I thought I'd rip them up, and I think these definitely sound good. That one done, but the good news is whoops, that was a pen. I've got plenty more, so I might do one more, and if you like it, let me know, like I keep saying, and I'll do a whole video on it. Really loud. I live in Canada, by the way, even though I'm Scottish, and so I've gotten used to apologising every 5 minutes. Just risk it all on one. Why not? Okay, that's definitely the last one for now. Yeah, so I guess that's it for this one. Yeah, let me know if you guys like it, because I want to make more videos, and I've had quite a bit of encouragement so far from a few people in the ASMR community, so I really appreciate that, and hopefully see you really soon. Okay. So, who do we have here then? Hiya, I'm Dr. McDougall, and I am here to get you checked over after your recent experience. Yeah, I don't want to get into it if you don't want to talk about it. I can completely understand that. All right. Okay. Can I just get you to confirm your name for me first? Excellent. And what is your date of birth? You sort of hesitated there a wee bit. Have you had any memory problems? Right, you have. Oh, right, okay. It says here that it was what our investigative division called Species 8473. Right. 8473. And I can see from your face that there's been a little bit of, a residue after your experience, right? When did this happen? Do you remember when you were sleeping? Okay. And I know you've already gone through this, sorry. And do you know how long they took you away for? Right, yeah, it says here it was 10 days. How long did it feel though? Were you surprised when you found out that so much time had passed? Right. Some species, we don't know for sure, but we do think that there is an element of faster than light travel or close to the speed of light travel, and there is a time compression effect there. Yeah, so you're away for a night, but back here it was actually like 10 days or 2 weeks, or we've had some cases go as long as 2 years that we know of. So you're lucky you're not one of them. So overall, would you say that your physical health is back to normal? Close enough? Right, other than okay, well, we're going to have a look at that in a second. Are you needing some help from a counsellor? Or do you think it's... Right, no, we can talk about it if you want. It's fine. Like I said, I'm going to look you over. So let me, hang on a second, let me just get this. We'll have a wee look and have a wee chat about it, alright? So, yeah, it's been busy, you know. There's been a lot of activity lately. I don't know what's going on. Maybe some people say it's the end times, you know. To me, I don't know, maybe there's just like a... There we go. Just check those to make sure there's no holes. I just think maybe it's like it could just be like, for them, the equivalent of like a long weekend, you know, or March break or something, you know, like their kids are in school, so they decided to take a wee family trip to Earth and just pick up some samples or something, I don't know. But we're going to have a wee look and see. Can you just open your eye a wee bit wider? That's it. Right, hang on a second. I should have all this stuff on me, but I'm not as prepared as I'd like to think I am. Right, just open your eye. Alright, I'm just going to have a wee look at your eyeball. Looks good. Yeah. Species 8473 were obviously not that interested in your eyes. So your eyes look pretty good. What we're going to do is we're going to use the old-fashioned tweezers to get those. I don't even know what to call them. I have seen documented cases of like needles having been inserted into the skin like that. Forgive me, I'm just going to go for it. But not quite like this. And do you remember when this happened? Would you say it was deliberate, or was this like a reaction? Like maybe you were struggling and they, shot you with a bunch of needles. Looks like you were wrestling with a porcupine or something. Maybe that's what we should call them, because these numbers. Yeah. It's a wee bit odd to think that they would do that to you. Normally, when people come back, it's almost like there's a pattern, right? They do leave, obviously, psychological trauma, but they tend to remove all evidence, physical evidence, because I think my theory, right, is that they were worried about humans. Because they thought we were smart. And somewhere, maybe in the last 10 years or so, they decided, you know what, these humans are pretty dumb. They're pretty bloody stupid, to be honest. So they've just gotten a bit careless, like leaving needles in people's faces and things like that, Sorry, I'm with a patient, right? What are you looking for? An APR. Top drawer on the left hand side. Yeah. Good luck. That's not good. An APR is anal probe remover. Poor bastard. Well, that's what I'm just saying. There was a time when all that stuff was taken out before the human was brought back. And now they're just... That's the fourth one this month. That's like... it's hard to imagine at this stage that maybe some of these aliens are just, it's getting beyond a joke. Like, I can't see I'm not an alien scientist. I am a scientist in my own way, but I find it hard to sort of rationalise why or what you could get from repeatedly using probes on people. Do you know what I mean? Like that. How much more information could they possibly find out? I mean, they just keep doing it and doing it. So I'm starting to wonder if it's maybe just a fetish at this point. Do you know what I mean? These aliens are just dirty bastards. Those particular, I don't want to tar all the aliens with the same brush, because a lot of them don't use anal probes. But I know him, and he always works with the same group, and it's hard to believe at this point that maybe just a wee bit of an unhealthy addiction there for Anyway, I'm babbling on there. Right, we've got some of them out, and I'm just going to check your eye again to make sure that as I extract the needles, that it isn't causing any swelling in your cornea or anything like that, alright? Okay, can you just look up for a wee second? How do your eyes feel? Do they feel a wee bit fuzzy? So where I'm taking the little needles out, it might be having an effect on the eyeball. Can you actually just have a thought? Just follow that for a second. I'm going to watch your eye go up. I'm going to watch your eye go down. I'm going to watch your eye go this way and this way. Up, down, left, right. There is a slight delay on that eye. Just a slight delay on that one. But I think overall we're alright. Can you just have a look just stare at my nose for a wee second? That's it, just keep looking at my nose. Right, I'm going to put the light back here. Right. There we go. Alright, I think you're okay. Excuse me. A wee second here. Yeah, I'm just going to take a wee note of that. I can get you your follow-up to make sure that the eyeball is performing as we would hope. I'm sorry? No, thankfully. I've never had to experience anything like that myself. You know, I've often wondered that, because I'm in this line of work that, if I had experienced some of it myself, that maybe I would be better at my job. But the truth is, I think I'd be, oh God, these gloves. I've got an itch and I can't really itch with these gloves on, sorry. I think, I wouldn't be that good at my job. I think, you know, I'd like to think I'd be better, but I know I wouldn't, because I'd be traumatised by it too. I'd be sitting here trying to help you whilst having flashbacks to my own alien abduction. I just kind of see that being helpful. So yeah. So no, I've never had to. Well, it's not entirely true. Once, when there was oh God, what was it? It was a football game, but I don't know which one it was. But I know Rangers were. I think it was Rangers and Hearts in Edinburgh one year, ages ago, when I was wee. I was a teenager, I think, and there were these 3 Rangers fans that were trying to get back to Glasgow, I suppose, and I can only imagine that they spent all their money on booze, kebabs, whatever, souvenirs. I don't know what Rangers fans spend their money on, but apparently they don't spend them on train tickets. So they tried to get some money off me, which I didn't have any. So they cornered me in Waverley train station, and so they cornered me, and you know, between the fact that they were Rangers fans from Glasgow and they were drunk, it was indecipherable and it was unintelligible. I just couldn't figure out a word they were saying. They surrounded me. And I remember feeling that fear. I was helpless, panicking. There were these sort of creatures that were try to communicate with me in their own language, in their own way, and I do remember feeling the horrific sort of confusion and fear, and I can sort of, I keep thinking that must be what it was like for yourself, you know, plus the smell, of course, the smell, just, it was penetrating, it went right through me, you know. Yeah, I shudder to think about it, you know. I think that's, you know, the closest I've come to the trauma of an alien abduction. I know it's not quite the same thing. I don't want to minimise your experience at all, but definitely some parallels there. All right, I think we're looking pretty decent there. I'm gonna just check your eye again. Get the forensics people, the science labby people, the you know the ones in the white coats. I don't wear a white coat. We'll get the ones with the white coats to come in and sweep this up, and they'll analyse it. But we'll see. You never know. It might have some genetic code in there that they can decipher and show us where their homeworld is. I doubt they were that careless, though, that smart. Personally, I just don't think they care about. They might troll us. They might hide the location of their planet in the genetic code and a marker and a message, but it turns out to be like their enemy's planet, you know, something like. Because that's what I'd do. That's probably what I'd do. It's for a laugh, you know. Right, but they know we're not capable of interstellar travel just yet, to go and like nuke them or whatever. Right, that's good. That's looking good. The swelling around your eyes has gone down a wee bit as well. Pretty happy with that, actually. Pretty happy with that. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's get a wee listen. This might be a wee bit cold, although, yep. It's funny how doctors always, not always, but often prepare you, oh, it might be a wee bit cold, like that's a big deal after what you've been through. No. Slightly elevated. I don't know if that's because of me telling you my story. Right, I'm taking the gloves off now. It's getting beyond a joke now. You can think yourself lucky, though. All just to do with the anal probe remover. I am just delighted that we don't have to deal with that for you. That would not be a good way to return to Earth, having to extract things that should never have been in there in the first place, right? Do you know what I mean? Makes you wonder. The galaxy is a pretty ridiculous place, perhaps. I mean, we've got comedians who think up crazy scenarios here on Earth. I mean, they must have the same. So maybe our people are just a silly joke to them. Either way, it doesn't matter. You're home now. You're healthy. You look fine, other than a wee bit of swelling from those alien porcupine needles. Other than that, you are fine. So we're going to let you go. And if you develop any more issues, or if we'll get you in for your eye, because you did look like you have a bit of a dodgy eye there, just a wee bit of a dodgy eye. Aye. And if it looks as though might be something in there, we can sort that out. But I think you're fine. I think you'll be fine. Now you stay away from fields at 2 o'clock in the morning. Walking down, just because if you're an insomniac and you can't sleep, go on the internet and watch some AMSR, whatever the hell it is. Watch the videos, right? They'll help you sleep. Then you go wandering down out in the fields at like 2 o'clock in the morning. You're just asking for a flying saucer to come get you. Right? I tell everybody this, by the way, it's not just you. Because there's a pattern, trust me. Now, you going to be alright? Good. Alright. I'll catch you later. I'll see you in a couple of weeks for a follow-up. Other than that, you look after yourself. And see you later. Alright. Welcome, just have a wee seat there. I have been told correctly that you are feeling a little bit pessimistic about the way things are going in the world right now. Does that sound correct? Well, you've come to the right place. There's always going to be challenges, and I think it's best to be prepared, right? Best to be prepared for what might come. We don't know what's going to come. I don't know what's going to come. But let's just assume, this is how I treat everybody when we talk about this topic, let's just assume that there is going to be what we might describe as an apocalypse. Okay, now, when we say that word, apocalypse, it conjures up all sorts of things, you know, zombies, aliens, The Walking Dead, and, you know, all the TV shows that deal with the apocalypse, various types of apocalypse. It's a very charged word, right? But I'd like to think that, you know what, when the apocalypse does come, we'll kind of not even really notice it right away. We'll just wake up one day and go, oh, it's here. And it might not look the way that Hollywood's portrayed it, right? Do you know what I mean? Forgive me, I've got a bit of a sore throat, so. Okay, so, you've come to me because I'm considered to be one of the foremost experts on getting people prepared for the apocalypse. Now, this is just a basic one, right? This is just a wee basic intro. But I just want to let you know a few things that I believe are going to be very, very valuable in the apocalypse. Now, some of these might sound silly, but I think they will also be useful. Okay, so the first thing is, do you own a bicycle? Okay, well, that one should be pretty obvious. A plain bicycle and the ability to repair and maintain that bicycle. I'm talking inner tubes, patches, even ball bearings, oil, and a pump for inflating tyres. All that stuff. That is going to be one of your most important apocalypse survival items. Your car's not going to work. If it does, it's going to run out of petrol. Someone's going to steal it. You're not going to be able to get oil for it anymore. Various brake fluids and stuff's all eventually going to dry up, wear out, go on fire, or be stolen. That's just a fact. So, a bicycle and learning a few things about bicycles would be greatly helpful for increasing your chances of survival in the apocalypse. Alright, so that's the first thing. I know it sounds boring, but trust me, there's going to be loads of people on bikes, and when you are walking down the street to buy some fruit from somebody 20 miles away, and you've worn a hole in your shoes, and you see somebody fly past you on a bicycle with a backpack, you're going to be very, very jealous of them. So, get that sorted out first, okay? Now, there will undoubtedly be power shortages or no power at all, but we've come quite far. We do have solar power. It's not brilliant, but it's available. It certainly won't run everything we need, but I'm convinced that when Netflix and Amazon Prime and all those services go down, which they surely will, because nobody's going to be paying for them anymore for starters, because there's going to be no money, at least not the money we think of. When those things go down, I strongly believe that our old DVD collections are going to be worth an absolute fortune. Now, many of us still have those and some of us don't. We've given them away. But for in the future, it's not going to be just about survival. I think we'll survive. People are going to be screaming out for entertainment. And you're going to have all sorts of people sitting there going, you know what? I just want to go home, sit down and watch a movie, and I want to watch The Shawshank Redemption. I really wish I didn't give away my DVD of The Shawshank Redemption. But let's say you've got The Shawshank Redemption on DVD. How much do you think that's going to be worth? Not in the conventional sense of $10. I'm talking about how much is it going to be worth to someone in terms of vegetables or livestock, or batteries, or tools. I think you're going to notice this crazy streak of humanity. People are going to offer you all sorts of things for that, your copy of The Shawshank Redemption. I'm telling you. So, if you've got, well, any DVD, but especially the classics, make sure they're in good condition and put them aside. Make it part of your plan. They're just as important, if not more important, than food. You get those DVDs, you put them somewhere secure, and get ready to trade them. Okay? So suppose you could be calling this a checklist for the hopeful apocalypse. Okay? If you got a DVD player, or even a VHS, hold on to it. Or see if you can get one. Of like really cheap, but try and get one somewhere, make sure it works. Okay. Very important. those things are going to be worth an absolute fortune. Okay, you probably get like 6 packs of bacon for every working DVD player, you know what I mean? I don't know what the apocalyptic currency exchange rate will be, but it will be good. It really will. Now, this is something I don't have, but I need to get, and that's a wood burner. Even just a little bit of wood is enough to stave off the cold, so if you've got a shelter and a chimney and the ability to put a wood burner in there, I would strongly recommend doing that sooner rather than later. When things start going wrong, the price of wood burning stoves are gonna go through the roof. They're already quite expensive. But once things start looking a little dodgy, you know it and I know it, they're gonna go up by like a factor of 10. It's gonna cost an insane amount of money. So if you can get yourself one, even a small one, get on that sooner rather than later. Okay. So that's that. Now, if you've got the ability to get some solar, and you're fortunate enough to be somewhere where you can stick the solar panels on a wall or on a roof or in a garden, which gets a significant amount of sun, then do it. Okay, that one's self-explanatory though. But remember, it's not good enough just to get the panels. You need the ability to charge and hold an electrical charge. So we're talking batteries. Lithium-ion batteries get better and better all the time. So there's a couple of ideas there for you. Leatherman, a trusty Leatherman, $100 off Amazon, or even less. A multi-tool like a Leatherman will last a long, long time, and you will be incredibly grateful for having it. You can cut things, you can use it as a weapon, you can fix things, you can fix your bike with it, maybe even fix your DVD player with it. So get a Leatherman. Don't get one of the kind of cheapy multi-tools. You need to get one of the good ones. And honestly, the good ones are not even that expensive anyway. So now we're going to need a way to filter water. Okay, I might put a link to some of the good videos below this one for that. Go check them out. But since the world hasn't completely collapsed just yet, it might be an idea to go and stock up on a few water filtration devices. Okay, it could be very helpful. And again, it's one of the things that when you stick it in your go bag, you're ready to go, or you're ready to stay, depending on your circumstances, you're going to really be grateful for the fact that you can filter your water. Okay, it's essential. Not as essential as a copy of the Shawshank Redemption, but it's still pretty essential. Finally, it should be obvious. In the same vein that DVDs and VHS are going to become extremely valuable, I think it's fairly obvious to say that pornography is also going to be extremely valuable. Okay, now, I don't know how you feel about that. It's none of my business, but if you rely on the internet, don't. Okay? You might need to offline a few things, if you know what I mean. Just to be ready to barter. As long as it's legal. As long as there's nothing dodgy. Then obviously porn's going to be worth an absolute shitload during the apocalypse, right? You know it, I know it, everybody knows it. But if you can get ahead of it, then you'll be prepared. Do you know what I mean? So that's about all I've got for now. That's a preliminary checklist. Now, you need to go Google the other stuff, but Google won't tell you about DVDs and that. They won't tell you about some of the other stuff. That's why you came with me, to get a slightly different opinion on the apocalypse and what you need to survive it. So, I'm pretty sure that you're a wee bit more prepared now than you were when you walked in that door. And if you think this was helpful, maybe we can brainstorm a few other things, come up with some more items that will be essential for survival. Okay? Take care. Thanks for coming in. And I wish you a very, very happy and prosperous apocalypse. That's the North Atlantic right there. On a cold February day. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Why February? And not like July or August, when it's warmer? Or even better, why the North Atlantic at all? I think it's because on a day like this, it's so clear. Like, there's literally no haze. I mean, just look at it. When you're on a ship for quite some time, it's nice to be able to, like, step out and get some fresh air, you know? Well, it's not fresh, of course, but it's close. I'll be honest though. If this was 100% accurate, it would probably be more like -15, maybe -20 with a wind chill. So, yeah, I've kind of adjusted that slightly. Yeah, I've set it to 5 degrees. I feel like I can handle 5 degrees with my hoodie on for, like, 10-15 minutes. How do you find the wind? Is that a bit too much? Yeah, let's turn that down just a wee bit. Yeah, it's a bit better. I like that sound, like, it's nice, but after a few minutes, maybe it gets a bit too much, a bit annoying. Yeah, most of my mates tend to go to places like, the Caribbean, Mediterranean, or whatever the equivalent is on their own home. But, I know when they go to the beach, they do exactly the same thing as I do. First order of business is you get rid of all the people, right? So you can have it all to yourself. Yeah. on this beach, North Atlantic Beach, in February, there's really not very many people walking around anyway, because it's too cold. So I think that makes my beach more accurate. Hey, what about seagulls? When was the last time you heard a seagull? For me, I can't even remember. Let's try it. Annoying, yeah. Let's turn off the seagulls. Actually, do you mind if I turn the waves down just a wee bit? It's nice, but it's starting to... There you go, that's better. You know, about 700 miles that way on the ocean floor are the last pieces, the detectable pieces of an ancient shipwreck. It was the largest ship in the world at the time, and they said that it couldn't be sunk. So of course it sunk. And it was a massive tragedy at the time. But did you know that that ship and others like it of the time, and we're talking about 460 years ago now, they had bulkheads, watertight compartments that would isolate damage to prevent the whole ship from sinking. It didn't work for this particular ship, but the design of those bulkheads are pretty much exactly the same as what we use now. Obviously ours are way more sophisticated, but the basic principle is the same. So there's a wee bit of useless knowledge for you. Are you cold? Starting to get a bit chilly, yeah. Yeah, me too. How about we just turn the temperature up? Just get it over with, yeah. How about we just get it up? Get it right up to 22 degrees. Ah, that's better. I can unzip this hoodie now. I like my t-shirt. Yeah, I like this one too. Oh, and that's fine, honestly. I've got to get back on duty shortly anyway. Anyway, look, this has been really nice. Yeah. But I better get back to it. But we can come back here if you want. Like, I won't delete it or anything. Computer. File program and clear environment. Computer. Remove character. Hi everyone. Kia ora. It's ASMR Mas again for an impromptu Saturday afternoon video where it's raining outside and I don't really have much else going on. I don't want to go out, so I found myself going for a pub lunch and a couple of beers, and I was thinking back to the beer videos I made before, and I got some pretty good responses from those, so I thought I'd make another one. Really quick though, and it is more than likely going to be a short video, so I hope that's okay. So yeah, I thought you could just join me for a wee while, and while I sip on this beer. So right here I've got a beer from Prince Edward Island, which is one of my favourites. This is Ghan Blueberry Ale, which is really awesome. It's one of my go-to beers. When I go into the end of the week, I go into the NSLC and I'm like, right, which one am I going to get? And I pick 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. And inevitably, this is one of them. Anyway, let's crack open. Hopefully it's not going to be too loud. Normally would never pour normally would never pour beer like that, but for the sake of audio, needs must. That is good. That is really good. It is fizzing, but it's really quiet. I always love this one because as much as I like fruity beers in general, this one in particular is, I think I've mentioned this before in one of my previous videos, so forgive me for repeating myself, but yeah, there's another one they make here which I won't name, and it's blueberry as well, and it tastes good, but it tastes like someone just grabbed some blueberry juice and squirted it into a beer, into a lager. Whereas this one tastes as though it had blueberries in it from minute one, day one. And I think that's their selling point. And you can't buy these in 6-packs or 12 packs. They know that people are going to spend the big bucks on buying them individually, so yeah. Anyway, all the way from Prince Edward Island, which isn't far from here. It's a beautiful place, so yeah. I have no idea what this sounds like, by the way, because I stopped wearing my headphones in my videos, so this is all me taking a chance. Just found the best ASMR trigger ever. Or is this just driving you crazy? I have no idea. Sounds pretty cool to me. But I, as always, will wait for the comments to arrive. For you to let me know what you think. Not being paid by anyone, by the way, just in case on the off chance that this video goes viral with like 1 million views overnight, which I seriously doubt, but you never know. Yeah, it's better out the glass. Never done a mouth sounds video before, but I do enjoy watching them, so maybe I'll get in on that at some point. Yeah. So anyway, as I was saying, purely as part of my ramble, it's raining so much today here in Nova Scotia, and so therefore it's one of those days where you just go, I'm going to stay inside and I'm just going to do some housework. And by housework I mean do nothing. And by, repair and maintenance of showers and stuff like that, by that I mean drink beer. So, yeah. I've learned in the 7 months or so that I've been making this channel that the one thing, as much as I want to make these videos as natural as possible, the one thing you don't want to do, at least I don't want to do, because it puts me off, is breathe into the microphone really hard. And I did get a couple of comments saying, you need to breathe less, bro, which I found funny, because if I was to breathe less, surely that means I was gonna pass out, right? But yeah. Breathe over there. Breathe in over here. That's fine. So you'll notice a lot of the SM artists being very careful about where they exhale, because you don't want to exhale right here. Although I do love ear blowing though. So, but it's different again. Anyway, I'm hoping you guys are gonna be. I hope you're enjoying my channel. Most ASM artists, with the exception of those at the top, don't make any money from doing this, so I don't know why. Like, I mean, I as an actor like it because I feel like it's an outlet, and I enjoy creating something, even if it's whimsical or unprepared. So, excuse me. Yeah, you knew that was coming. But yeah, I think thank you for watching anyway. So many of the ASMR artists just, I don't know, it's like something to do to get out of our routines. It's a creative outlet, especially the roleplay videos. So many people put so much effort into those, and you know, your video might get 100,000 views, and yeah, you're going to get some money from that, but we're talking, in my experience, you're talking something like 20 bucks. You know, 20 bucks. I mean, now, all of my views so far have been, I think, 45,000 all up, and I've made a grand total of $12. $12 in 7 months. So, I'm not here for the money, and I think some people are, though. And that's cool. If you make really good stuff and you're able to make money from this stuff, that's great. But it's interesting. I was thinking about what drives us to do it, what make this stuff. I guess because I've been such a long time consumer of ASMR that I wanted to just try my hand at making my own, like I was being left out or something like that. So anyway, I'm just rambling. Yeah, but it does seem interesting enough that there are some of you out there who found my videos, and I'm sure other Scottish ASMR voices videos like Articulate Design and Marifari, that some people just have a preference for different accents, different voices, and I feel privileged to know that there are a few people out there who want to find a Scottish voice just to talk to them for a wee while, whether it's for sending them off to sleep or just relax or whatever. So it's cool. It's cool to think that as small as I am in this community, that I'm getting, I don't know, it's cool. It's nice to think that people want to hear me. So thank you again, all of you, for seeking me out and coming back. And like I said in my last video, my subscribers continue to grow, and I should be at 1,000 soon, so, you know, which is amazing. I think there's 1,000 people out there that subscribe to my channel. It's crazy. But the big event in terms of subscribers, as I'm sure we all know, or many of us know, is Gentle Whispering, who was way back at the start, who I used to listen to years ago. Maria just passed 1 million subscribers, and it looks as though ASMR Darling is going to be hot on her heels. She's already hot on her heels, about to do the same. Every time I look at her channel, she's got another 2,000 or 3,000 subscribers, so I reckon give it a couple of months and she'll be at 1 million, or at least by the end of the year for sure. So yeah, so this crazy ASMR community of ours is getting popular, and people like it, and it's great, and it's what the world needs, to just chill the hell out for a wee while, and just get in touch with ourselves a wee bit. Maybe as ASMR gets more popular, the divorce rate will start coming down or something. I don't know. We'll see. Obviously, I'm exaggerating the drinking of the beer, know. Again, I don't have my earphones in, so taking a risk, as always. I know in the Blue Yeti we have two microphones, and they're both, I think they're positioned right here and here, so, excuse me, so you have to be careful where you breathe and where you make your sounds, because it can sound amazing or it can sound really, really bad. Now, an ongoing issue I have, and I'm sure many of my repeat viewers will know this, and I haven't fixed it yet, is the sound of my computer fan, which is right behind us, right behind you, back to the left of you. And I've thought about, you know, getting longer cables and putting the computer outside, or what have you. But I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if it's bad or not, because I've always found that way back from the early days of ASMR, like ASMR Aurette is one of my favourites, and she deleted her channel a while ago for various reasons. Her videos were done on a cheap little webcam, and they sounded, there was noise, there was the kind of shh going on in the background, and I always liked that. I always felt like it was more real, so I haven't made a conscious effort to get rid of that background noise yet. But if you think it's an issue, I'd love to know, because I understand that the production quality of ASMR is getting better and better all the time. I don't want to be left behind, but you know, I want to try something different, and if this is more authentic or whatever, and you think, oh no, I really like the background noise, keep it. Or you think, actually, I'll be honest with you, ASMR Muzz, that background noise has been pissing me off since day one, so sort it out. Then I will. I shall heed your recommendations, so let me know. So yeah, anyway guys, I think I'm gonna bail. Okay, I think I'm gonna finish this beer elsewhere because it's getting warm. Nobody likes a warm beer except English people. That's a stereotype of English people, that they like warm beer. Is it true? Not really. But let's just pretend it's true anyway to piss them off, okay? Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for joining me for this rainy Saturday afternoon ramble and beer chat. And I hope that you will be back soon. Make sure you smash that subscribe button, because you've got to get me to 1,000 subscribers. Everybody needs a little goal, a little target, a little milestone, and that's my next one for this. So thank you again for watching, and talk to you soon. Okay, bye. Kia ora everyone, it's ASMR Muzz here, and sorry it's been so long since I made a video, and I don't really have a lot planned for this one, because I don't have a lot of time, but I'm really eager to make a video tonight. So this is my take 2 of this video. I started it a minute ago with the foil, which I'll show you in a second. I put foil over the mic and I thought that's going to be awesome, but I think it was way too intense. So I'll show you though. Still got the shape of the mic on there, but yeah, I think it was too intense. I might edit a little bit into the video to show you what it was like, but with the foil away from the mic. Sounds okay. That's just a little loon. Little Canadian loon. Sounds a little bit like gear blowing, doesn't it? That's cool. Okay, let's see if it sounds as good with this one. 1,000 francs. Pacific francs from French. I was going to say French colonies or French overseas territories, but these are actually regarded to be as part of France. This is I got this in Tahiti, French Polynesia. Forgot to turn my other light on. Let's see. To help get rid of some of the shadows on my face, because I'm getting old and wrinkly. Not bad. Not bad. Now, where's the gain? Gain is quite low. So I don't know if this one's going to sound very loud or not, but I'll give it a go. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. And I don't mean the sound. It's cool because this is a little makeup brush, as I'm sure you've guessed. And I saw a little cloud of makeup just come off of there. I'm going to put more on and see what happens again. Yeah, kind of. I'm putting makeup all over my microphone. I don't know if this is a very smart idea or not. I can't imagine it would do too much damage. I hope. Apologize if you can hear my computer sound in the background. It's something I'm still working on. I tried to muffle the sound from the computer using a mattress, and it did work a little bit, but for some reason the sound from the fan bounces off the walls and still finds its way back into the microphone. isolating the sound of the noise in this case, which is the computer. You're actually isolating the mic itself, so that's something I'm going to try. I'm not sure how it'll work with the camera though, but I'll figure it out. I'll keep doing this because it's actually relaxing me. I like this one. I thought it would be a bit too quiet, but I think I like the sound of this little brush going over the mic in stereo, and I hope you like it too. Like I said, I didn't really have anything planned, so. But I keep thinking, when you're in the mood to make a video, you should just do it and see whatever comes to mind. And I've done that already a few times. And I think some of my favourite videos, or the ones that are your favourite videos of mine, certainly some of my most viewed ones, are ones that I just made up a few minutes before. So let's hope that this one is one of those, and it's relaxing, and it might help take away even a little bit of your stress or your anxiety. As long as you do remember to do something I always forget, and that is to breathe. Okay, I find that I get quite tense at the end of some of these videos because I'm trying my best to not breathe into the mic. Because I guess there's good ways to do it, there's bad ways to do it. Bad ways are not very relaxing, and then you just blast air into the mic and it sounds bad. And then there's your ear blowing controlled ways of doing it. Maybe I'll finish this video with a little bit of that, just to see if you guys like it. My very first video was an ear blowing video, because I think it was my favorite trigger. I don't think it is anymore. There's so many other cool audio triggers and visual triggers out there. I have absolutely no idea which one is my favorite now. Okay, so I'm gonna maybe finish off with a little bit ear blowing, and then we'll call it a night, eh?
Commander, I very much appreciate you allowing us to conduct this interview with your handmaid. I'm sure this will go a long way towards establishing better relations between our governments. Okay, if you just follow the guard, he will escort you back to your vehicle. Okay, thank you again. Just be a moment. Robert, can you please let me know the moment the commander departs the premises?
Yeah, roger that.
Thanks, Robert. Okay. Just a few more seconds.
That's them in the car now, leaving.
Perfect, thank you, Robert. Okay, we are going to make a little detour this way. We're not going to be going to the room that we just showed your commander, okay? We have some other people in there. He's going to, if he looks, he's going to think you're in there. We're going this way. Is that all right? Okay, follow me. I am so sorry for the delay in keeping you waiting here. There was a bunch of different things I had to take care of. Before we could speak. Well, first of all, I want to apologise for moving you into this room. I know it's a little cramped and unusual, so well, let's just say that the other side of the building where the front of the embassy is we can't be sure who's listening, and we regularly screen these offices for listening devices, which is why we're here. So we know we can talk in complete and utter privacy in here. And that is, well, it's very important for both of us, not just for you. We are in Gilead after all, and even though I technically have diplomatic immunity, that hasn't stopped Gilead before from taking certain actions on diplomatic staff when they enter or leave the country. So I just want to assure you that it's not just you taking a little bit of I know that you're taking the biggest risk. I know that just by talking to me. But it's not all entirely one-sided, and I just wanted to assure you of that, okay? So, I guess a few weeks ago, your commander told you what this was all about, is that right? Yeah. You keep looking at me. Yeah, we dress pretty casually here. They actually encourage it. I think it's like our own little symbol of defiance or something. Yeah, so a few weeks ago, your commander told you that you were going to be coming to the embassy to talk to someone about your life here in Gilead. Yeah. Did he did he tell you what to say? Yeah. Okay, well we know that. That's not a surprise to us at all. We've conducted probably somewhere in the region of
50 of these interviews now, with a variety of different handmaids from different districts. And the answers that we got were generally the same from a lot of them, most of them, and didn't really yield anything that could be seen in a negative light. And that just, so we know that there's a bunch of preparation, rehearsal and coaching going on. Again, I want to assure you that what you say to me will not get back to your commander. It won't. Because the truth is, there's nothing you can tell us that we don't already know. Now, I'm going to assume, at my own risk, that you are not happy here. Would I be correct in assuming that? Okay. Thank you. You don't have to answer verbally if you don't want to. A nod is confirmation enough for me. So, based on that, the information you gave me will not be going into any report. I will be writing a report for your commander and for the authorities here in Gilead, but it won't be based on what we talk about. It will be prepared, rehearsed, and scripted, somewhat in a vague, diplomatic, non-committal way. I don't know how much information you have about what's happening in the outside world, outside of Gilead, and its relationship with the rest of the world. Do you have any? You don't know. Of course you don't know. So, needless to say that because of the humanitarian nature, humanitarian crisis, if you could call it that, the rest of the world is not exactly on the best of terms with the Republic of Gilead. And despite Gilead being an extremely powerful, certainly an extremely powerful military nation, country, they still want trade. They need trade with other countries, including the ones that I will be sending my report to. I will be reporting back after this to the Scottish Government, and then they will be sharing that report amongst our allies in Europe, European Union, Britain, Canada, Mexico, and the exiled United States government in Alaska. You see, as much as we find it completely intolerable what's going on here, we can't just come rolling in with weapons and soldiers, and it would turn a already terrible situation into something far worse soon. I know that you and others would want that, and I personally apologise that it hasn't happened.
It's almost shameful. There's been so many conflicts all across the world that all our countries have gotten involved in. We've all stuck our fingers in those pies and sometimes made it better, usually made it worse. And if anything, this is one we should be getting involved in. But I apologise that we haven't. It's lack of political will, fear, a variety of reasons. We can't just come rolling in and try and rescue everyone. It's not going to happen. But I think I can help you. If you're willing to take some more risks, I said I don't know how much you know about what's going on out there, and I have helped handmaids in the past to escape. I've personally interviewed about 30 handmaids, and I've helped 2 of them escape. 28 of them are, I don't know where they are. I hope they're alive and well. Unfortunately, I can't just offer assistance to every single handmaid that I interview, otherwise, Gilead would soon notice that something was up and they would be coming after us. Thankfully, in the last few months, there has been an uptick in the amount of refugees fleeing Gilead anyway. Recently, a high-ranking commander and his wife were arrested at the Canadian side of the border. So, I feel like the good guys are starting to get a little bit more brave and willing to take a few more risks. And so am I. Before I go any further, I've read the files provided to me by the authorities in Gilead. It's not much about your previous life, but from what I've gleaned from that, it certainly looks as though you are educated, and you had a good job, family. I have every reason to believe that your life now is worse than it was before. Would I be correct in that? Okay. The reason I ask, as ridiculous as it sounds, there have been some handmaids that I've interviewed who had extremely harsh, poverty-stricken, dysfunctional lives beforehand, and, well, as absurd and as hard to believe as it sounds, their lives as a handmaid was better, comfortable, secure, well fed. It just shows you that the world we had before wasn't perfect. Far, far from it. That to think that
anyone would choose to be. They wouldn't choose to be, but would be happy to be a handmaid over what they had before. Well, it's an indictment on all of us and our societies. Technically, they had freedom before, but maybe freedom isn't enough. Maybe societies are better and more fair if they are governed fairly and everybody treats each other with respect. These are the things that Gilead advertises and projects to countries like mine. But we know it's not true. And you're sitting here wearing what you probably wear every single day, and if nothing changes, will continue to wear every single day for the rest of your life, and you will look in the mirror and it reaffirms your enslavement. I'm assuming that you are not one of those people, one of those handmaids who has learned to live with this, and that somewhere inside you, you yearn to be free, to get out. And I hope that you've got some. I know they beat you down, so I know it's, the hope is scarce. I really hope that you've still got something left in the tank to push you forward, to get you through another day, another week, another month, another year. I can see in your eyes that you have something in there. And if that's the case, I think I can help you. It's not going to be easy, but if you're willing to take a few more risks, then I am too. Like I said, what we say in here, if anybody heard what I'm about to tell you next, I would be most certainly dead. So I want you to know that you can trust me. Okay. Now, I have here some documents regarding an upcoming military exercise along the Canadian border. This exercise will mostly consist of armoured vehicles, often visible to the Republic of Gilead forces on this side. The purpose of this is not to start anything, although the official purpose of these exercises is always to let the other side know that we're here, that we're there. Not that Gilead has shown any particular designs of moving north, but
as I said, they're extremely powerful military countries, so we can't rule out that they may decide to flex their muscles in that regard. Toronto is very, very close to the Gilead border, and most of the Gilead refugees are there, including a lot of handmaids. Even more since a recent escape of well over 100 refugees, mostly children, made it. This happened. It brought a smile to the face of so many around the world who've been keeping up with this unfortunate situation. So there's hope. There's a lot of hope. However, based on what I'm about to tell you, that it seems that Gilead is not exactly too happy about that, and they're not going to take it much longer, so they've decided to switch some of their tactics. Flight restrictions, cargo inspections, things like that have been like tripled. So, however, there is still a few options for you, should you be willing. In a few weeks, we will be conducting a military exercise. British government, Canadian government will be stationing a variety of armoured vehicles, including tanks, along the border. As I said, they will be mostly there just to fly the flag and make it look, want Gilead not to do anything. However, one of their main reasons they're there is they have some extremely good optical equipment, including thermal imaging cameras on these vehicles, and they will be scanning the border looking for refugees, just like you. This is a really good thing, and already, as we've tried it a couple of times before, we've managed to pick up quite a few refugees. The Canadian Border Force, in conjunction with the military, have had some remarkable successes there, based mostly on the sheer will and determination of those trying to escape, crossing frozen wastelands, crossing rivers. It's been awesome. Now, Gilead have been stepping up their drone patrols along the border, and one of the fortunate things that happened is when the United States government was exiled, they effectively switched off the entire GPS system which was under their control. So this is why we were able to so easily arrest a high-ranking commander and his wife recently, because they could literally stray across the border without realizing it. The border is a hard border. There is a line, but nobody really knows where it is except us, because we utilize the European GPS system, which Gilead has no access to. So we have an advantage. We know where Canada ends and Gilead begins. And as you may know, there's no fence, there's no wall, there's a few rivers, there's a few gaps in the trees, that's about it. So we know when you've crossed over, and we'll grab you and keep you safe. The drones that Gilead used to patrol the border, if they accidentally stray, which they have done, over into the Canadian side, we have jammed them and crashed them which Gilead isn't happy about, but they accept it because it's a border. After all, they, for all their faults, still seem to respect, to a certain degree, sovereign territorial integrity. So that's good. And we can use that to our advantage to get you out. The only problem is Gilead knows that the refugees are there and that they frequently cross or try to cross. And so even though it violates every international rule of warfare, they have put Canadian flags, maybe even British flags, but certainly Canadian flags on some of their vehicles that operate near the border, so that an unsuspecting handmaid who's just made an incredible risk, trek, and sacrifice goes strolling up to what they think is a Canadian military unit, only to be confronted by guardians of Gilead and taken back, or who knows what. Maybe sent to the colonies, who knows what. So we've obviously protested against that. It's unfair. It violates international rules. But let's just say that it's not the first international rule that Gilead has violated, so then I don't think they care too much about that. When this exercise begins, the drones won't fly, so there will be a gap. I will be providing you with an area in Vermont, what used to be Vermont, and what used to be a part of New York State. I'm going to let you look at that in your own time. It's up to you if you want to take that with you or not. Only you can decide if you're likely to be searched, or I know I'm taking a risk with that, but you'll be taking a greater risk if you're found with that. I don't know what they'll do to you, only you know. I'm going to let you decide that, okay? I have more information about this exercise and the gap along the border that will be created when the exercise begins in approximately 2 weeks. The exercise will last for 2 weeks. So there will be, later this month, a 2-week period of time where you will be able to make your decision. Regardless if you decide to go, if you can go, if you can get out, if you have anybody you can trust to get you close, then I would urge you to take that chance at that time. If not, then the information I provide you will still be useful. But because the drones will be back, more than likely back patrolling that area, that it will be riskier. I can let you look at this here, or you can take it with you. These are the 3 main vehicles that you will encounter along the border. They're tanks. They're main battle tanks, and Canada operates one called the Leopard 2, which is a German tank. Britain operates one called the Challenger 2, and the Republic of Gilead operates the Abrams M1A2, which is a United States vehicle. Now, at first glance, a tank looks like a tank. urge you to study the details of these. There are differences. And if you are lying in the forest and you see one of these vehicles and you don't know where you are, you may already be in Canada. You may still be several kilometres inside Gilead. You see one of these vehicles with a Canadian flag on it. You need to know. You need to memorize this design. There are distinct differences. The skirting, the exposed wheels, the rear overhang, and the sloping armour is significantly different on the Abrams than it is on the other two. You will be tired. You will be exhausted. You will need to really concentrate on what you see, and only you can decide on whether or not what you're looking at is the real deal. Needless to say, if you successfully spot one of these Abrams tanks, you need to stay away and hide and use your best judgment. I will leave this with you. You can decide if you want to take it with you or not. Or if, well, we have a little bit of time left here, so please feel free to burn those images into your mind. I've learned that in times of extraordinary stress and pressure, especially when it comes to one's own survival, that I think we all have the ability to develop pretty much a photographic memory. We have no choice, right? So you can relax, study that, see the differences, and when the time comes, you'll know. You'll know who to trust. All I can assure you is that the personnel on board the Canadian and British side, they'll be looking for you. They'll be watching. As I said before, the report is already written, and your commander will be getting a very favourable non-committal package of documents that commits to nothing. But there will be a few things in there that will make him think, make him believe that bringing you here for this interview was worth it. And I think it will paint you in a very favourable light, at least for a little while. I'm hoping that will buy you the space and time that you need to decide if you are willing to escape. Only you can decide this. I cannot apologize enough that I can't just grab you right now and put you on a plane out of here. If I did that, you may well be the last handmaid that we ever rescue, and there would be no more. They've already closed embassies from other countries in the past. My country, Scotland, has thankfully being looked upon as one of the more neutral parties. We're small, we won't hurt anyone, and we wield significant small power. And as I said, we will be working with a lot of other countries to gradually ramp up the pressure diplomatically and militarily on Gilead. Maybe one day soon we can see an event that will change everything. But I can't guarantee, I can't predict. I cannot tell you when that will be, or if it will be. Our time is nearly up, and your commander will be coming back to pick you up in a little while. I would like to wish you luck, and I believe that you can do this. After sitting across from so many wonderful people like you, who have this ridiculous designation as a handmaid, I have learned to trust my own instincts to see what I can see in your eyes, and I definitely see strength, determination, and hope. I firmly believe that that is what's going to get you to where you need to be. It won't be easy, but I know you can do it. And when you get there, I am personally going to jump on a plane and greet you on the other side. I promise. Okay. We need to wrap this up. Thank you so much. I know this wasn't your decision, but tomorrow's a new day, a better day. And I think we can get you out of here. So let's do that, okay? All right. I very much hope to see you soon on the other side. Okay. I'm going to leave you to look at these until we have to take you back. All right. You take care. Do whatever you need to do. Study those documents and good luck. Kia ora everyone, and welcome back to Scottish ASMR Muzz once again. Following on from a video I did a couple of weeks ago about movies, I thought I'd do another one, so here I am. And I didn't really have any method to it, I just went through my collection and thought that'll be a good one, that'll be a good one. So maybe you're familiar with these, maybe you're not, and if you're not, I apologise if I drop any spoilers, okay? I don't mean to, and I'll try not to. So, anyway, first one I was going to show you is this one right here in a bright orange sleeve called The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke. Now, I don't really know much about Mickey Rourke films, believe it or not. As much as I claim to be a huge movie fan, there are certain movies and actors I'm just not familiar with. But he's amazing in this film. And this is a great film. It's the name looks like it's a sports movie. It's not really. It's just it's a drama. It's a family drama about a wrestler, kind of WWE, WWF wrestling, the type of wrestling with all the showboating and it's a bit of pantomime. Is that the word? I'm not sure what the word is, but it's not real as such. And he's Randy the Ram, down on his luck wrestler, with an estranged daughter who he has never seen for years, and it's all about him trying to find his way back. It's quite hard hitting, but it's the type of film that really sucks you in to the characters. And I think everybody in the film is broken. Nobody in the film is right. Nobody in the film is perfect, of course. He is probably the most broken, but everybody else is flawed as well, which is, I think, is why it's appealing. Since I guess we all are like that to a certain extent. So yeah, he basically works in a supermarket stocking shelves and is a bit a-hole, but at the weekends or every so often he gets back in the ring and he does stuff, but then he develops a health issue and shouldn't be doing it anymore. And I really don't want to spoil this film, so I'm not going to say any more, except that the final scene in this film is one of the most amazing scenes I've ever seen in any film. So I would highly recommend it for the drama, not for action. There's no action in it. But for the insight into the sport. There is drugs and various things involved, which are all part of it. And yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. It's just a really good movie. So anyway, that's The Wrestler. And I've only got 4 here. I picked 4. I'm not sure why I picked these 4, but there wasn't really a method to it. I have a bunch of different movies I could have picked, but I like picking ones that I think maybe you've not seen. I don't know, less mainstream ones, I suppose. Anyway, The Thin Red Line. Now, I don't know. I think a lot of people haven't seen it because it came out the same year as Saving Private Ryan. And even though Saving Private Ryan is awesome, and I believe it won Best Picture that year, 1998. This one came out the same year, and I think it's a war movie, obviously the same as Saving Private Ryan, but I think it's the better film, personally. And this is one of those films that I've watched probably 10 times, but there is one particular scene in this film which I must have seen 100 times. And I'm one of those people who regularly put on films and I don't watch the whole film, I go straight to that scene, and this is one of these.
And again, without trying to spoil it, the American forces attack a village in it's in the South Pacific. I can't remember exactly where. I think it's in Guadalcanal. And the village, a Japanese village, and it has the most sweeping, incredible musical build-up. And there's nothing heroic about it. There's no glory in the action. It's this brilliant montage of everything that's bad about war in a few minutes. Maybe 10 minutes long, I don't know, it's quite long. It's the camera moves through the village as the bullets are flying and everybody is shooting each other. But within that traditional battle scene, if you want to call it that, there are other people. Like there's a guy sitting there just praying as all the chaos goes on around him, because he's done, he's checked out. There's a crazy guy who's just walking around with a hat on, smiling and giggling, which is quite jarring the first time I saw it, but every time I watch it